to have, if there's different
filming,
a number for each one. Like if one is just for hardware, one is for a disc.
right,
So that's where we might need some help as far as making sure we get all the combinations.
right.
Okay.
All the part numbers are.
Yeah, the way to do it is to figure out what type of board you have,
Yep.
what inserts go in that board or come in the board, and then try to figure out what you're mounting to it, and then figure out what screws and washers you need. Just the basic method.
Okay.
But as far as all the options goes, for M5, this is going to be like the M5 hardware for an ESC base plate, and this is all your disc options.
Yep.
As you get into M6, this is going to be your 2011 ESC base plate mounting option with the M6x13 and tapped washer.
That's correct.
This is your regular disc mounting option, so a non-reflex base plate and a non-ESC base plate.
So we should add a reflex for.
You should do your reflex on there, and then you should also do the transition kit on here too. So you should get an old base plate with a transition insert of hardware.
So we need another M6 board.
Yep. And then for M4, you can do regular disc as far, not M4, sorry, inserted board, so 4x4 3D. Uni disc, any reflex disc can go on there, or 4x4 3D. The other options would be, you know, this disc could go on there too.
Okay.
And then as you go into 3D, you can do 3D reflex, and then regular disc bindings, which you have. And again, this disc can go on there too.
Does this disc take the place of a unit disc?
That is like the new uni disc. That goes on 4x4 board and channel board.
And the reason this exists is it picked up the application for 4x4 and channel.
And channel. And as we are phasing out of 3D boards, the older uni disc.
But these are somewhat interchangeable, with this being the newer version to be applicable to channel and 4x4.
Correct. Yeah.
And there's no.
Yeah, and the uni disc only comes now. It's like
And
the
that's
low
retrofittable.
style.
That's retrofittable to 3D.
No, I'm sorry, I mistakenly said that was wrong.
Okay.
So that's 4x4 and channel.
Okay.
There's
So there still is a need for that one. Sorry, too many questions.
Yeah, this is the like the low end board, low end binding,
Uni.
or older.
That is the application for 3D.
Yeah, we still do have 3D discs and some limited 4x4 discs. That's definitely the new 4x4.
Do you have a spreadsheet that has item numbers for just like hardware?
Yeah, I've sent it out before. I can find it.
If you can find it, I might have it too. I'll look for it, but that would be great for our labeling purposes.
We're pretty close.
We're kind of looking up each one when we put it down just to make sure there's stock.
Yeah.
If there isn't, we're not even going to label it on here because what's the point? Nobody's got it, you know?
How many of these numbers have been rolled over?
I just was able to start rolling over numbers from 11 to 12.
Can we do a new list that show the rollover numbers, what they used to be?
Well, if it's a rollover number, it's the same material number, it's just different. So, yeah.
Cool.
Yeah, this is better. This is much better than what like Tony had.
Yeah. So we'll probably have a finished product end of the week, and then we'll have Tony come over and copy ours because we want ours to be like the key for everybody else, so there's no confusion.
Well, couldn't we just like if we want to like make this look nice, you know, make these white or whatever, take the images off so you can see.
Yep.
You know, put these on actual like legit.
Yeah.
And
Brent
then
said he
just
can
take
make
pictures.
He can print these
And
out.
then put it on the iDrive, you know, like a folder.
Yeah, I think it's
with,
like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. When he gets,
Yeah, their
when
background,
he gets back
you know?
in November, that's what we'll have the finished product ready for him to do.
That'll be a nice death reference for everybody.
Yeah, you just click on it and then it's
Must
just
leave.
all just blow up right there with all the numbers on them and everything.
Yep.
And it might be nice too.
Maybe down the road when Carrie's doing this and she does the bin availability tool, to have these pictures on there too.
Yeah. Yeah, like on that home page.
But
Yeah.
the end product should be something that we can use company-wide and send to a consumer.
Yep.
I mean, I think this would be a big plus to the consumer. Look at it, so that's it right there. That's what we need.
Yeah. Yeah, and it might even be a good idea too to like get every option on the board, and so that way like you can see a shotgun on a 3D board. You don't see a reflex.
Yeah.
You can see that same disc. You can see all that crap.
I think that's going to be our ultimate goal.
Yeah.
Once we get this dialed in, we'll just keep adding when we see new combos come up. And just having a picture and the actual description down here is huge. And I want it to be, okay, you can get the kit, or or if you just need hardware. So we're not sending shit out. This is kind of way.
But they don't sell a whole kit, do they?
There should be a hardware kit, or did you say these are separate?
There's an ESC mounting kit, which is limited.
Oh yeah.
But there's the
That's
hardware.
kit. And then there's the bottom.
Yeah, the comp kit is just the screws, just like it comes with the binding. So if you look in like the binding fee on they do the component bags, like when you buy a box of 5.
Yep.
The screws and the washers, the board inserts are a separate thing. But last year for W11, which I think we're out of in the US, was an ESC mounting kit, which is, I can see where it'd be confusing. But
And you
That
got
is
the,
everything.
you got the M6 transition kit. Those are the things to do all of those kits that exist and what's in them.
yeah.
And then that will tie that into this, and then it'll make sense for the average rider.
Yeah, I just wish that the binding crew could have try it a little bit to keep this.
That's all right. We'll pick up your slack. No big deal. Is this screw the same size as the Burton screw?
That is an M6 by 16 screw with a conical washer.
Yeah.
This is an M6 by 13 screw with a conical
So
washer.
it's a different length, it's a shorter screw.
Yeah. Because as you look into, because these come up so high, they have a short screw because it actually goes up into the base plate, whereas the inserts that are in the board.
Like the actual old school hardware for Unidisc, the stuff that would come with a Unidisc,
M6 by 16.
would that still work for a forum board?
Yeah.
Okay. So they're the same.
The inserts are the same, it's just how they're designed and how they're placed.
Okay. And the length is the same.
In the forum hardware kit, do you have 2 lengths of screws in the hardware kit that comes with the forum?
I believe with the forum bindings, it only comes with a 16. And then if they need something to put it on a Burton channel, then they request whatever parts. Because this disc was originally made for forum because it's a non-branded disc. It doesn't say Burton anywhere on it. So they were using this for the Shaka. So you had like a micro adjust 4x4 with these holes. And then you had like the one option for the channel, which would be, so you wouldn't have any like that.
So we should put that one on there too.
Yep, we're gonna
This
need more
is just
boards.
for Shakas, or
I mean, the reflex in the Shaka, or the Good Vibes in the reflex is the same technology. The base plates are made to be compatible with all the same dish. So you can put a Shaka base plate on a 3D board using the 3D reflex disc. The same as you can put a Shaka on a channel board using a disc like that, or even just the regular.
okay. That one.
Has anybody done the math and figured out how
That's
many,
an M5 reflex disc, which is like
how many
after
combos you actually have?
There's like 15 different combos. Okay. And it's ridiculous.
All right, we're gonna try to get them all if we can.
Yeah.
When you use the M6 by 16 hardware, where the M13 is intended, like you say, where this comes up inside, that's why the M13 exists. Obviously, when you use the M6 by 16, they're going to get rises in the base.
They'll bottom it out, yeah, because it'll thread right through there.
You wanna know who we saw a lot of that was the fucking demo crew going around the world. They fucking
That's right.
bottomed the shit out of their shit.
We got a lot of those boards back. So, I mean, that speaks volumes to why we're doing this. Even the people that are setting the boards up for demos.
Even the people who are like,
They don't have a good handle on them.
Bastards.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If they can't get it, imagine the
I have
customer.
them in my hand, right?
We might want to edit that out.
Yeah, this is for our.
Because this is, this should be very obvious.
Fresh green bananas?
Make a video and grab some spots through the back.
That's okay. I was gonna go too, but I'm just gonna wait for this.
Like that bottoms out so high in there.
Yep.
That that's already hitting the channel.
So, that would be where that comes up into a disc.
Yeah.
And that's an M6 by 16 screw.
Here we can even. Don't be an idiot. What better? Where do we have one? 3. Okay. So we're doing a.
That's not the right disc.
We're doing channel disc. We're doing the wrong hardware. Like this should be
So you're not supposed to do this?
This is what you're not supposed to do.
That should be an M6
Like by the time this
Okay.
bottoms out,
Gotta
this
bottom
should
out.
not be, like, you're bottomed out, but it's still loose.
Yep.
And then you may even be feeling that. And you could just keep cranking and cranking, but like, it's still going to be pretty loose.
No, that's not a good
It's
way to
close.
sell our board using that. People are going to be sliding all over town.
Right. And that's not what you want to do, and that's what you're saying the demo crew was doing.
Yeah, I mean, I saw at least 10 or 15 boards that were bottomed out.
Yeah. Whereas you can drop in one of these guys. And this has way better tolerance.
Now, do we actually sell that combo right there?
Yeah, this is just channel disc mounting hardware. I mean, I'm using the wrong color washer, but
But it's the
same
same
thing.
thing. Okay.